I'm going to look closely at some sentences in English and Latin to illustrate the basic rules for the use of the Latin relative pronoun. And these rules are, first, the relative pronoun agrees with its antecedent in number and gender. And second, the case of the relative pronoun is determined by its function within the relative clause. Here's our first example. I saw a man who was walking swiftly. Our relative clause here is who was walking swiftly, and I saw a man is our main independent clause. We can think of this as two sentences sandwiched together, combined to make a more complex sentence. I saw a man. The man was walking swiftly. We take the man was walking swiftly, substitute the relative pronoun who for the man, and we have I saw a man who was walking swiftly. Who is our relative pronoun, and it points back to, it represents this man who is our antecedent. In Latin, we'll use the word vir for man. Vir here, man, is masculine and singular, so we're going to need a masculine singular form for the relative pronoun who as well. Because who must agree with man, the relative pronoun must agree with its antecedent in number and gender, singular, masculine. Now let's talk a little bit about functions and case functions. I saw a man. The man was walking swiftly. Man functions as the direct object of saw. And in Latin, we're going to need to use the accusative case. Think about the relative clause, or think about that sentence that we constructed from the relative clause. The man was walking swiftly. Man is our subject of was walking, and in Latin we're going to need a nominative form for the subject of a verb. I saw a man who was walking swiftly. Man, accusative direct object of saw. Who, nominative subject of was walking. And in Latin, this becomes virum vidi qui celeriter ambulabat. Virum vidi, I saw a man, qui, who, celeriter ambulabat, was walking swiftly. Virum is our accusative direct object of vidi, and qui is our nominative subject of ambulabat. Remember too that virum is singular and masculine. Therefore, qui is also singular and masculine. So qui is our nominative, singular, masculine subject of ambulabat. And its antecedent virum is the accusative, singular, masculine, direct object of vidi. Let's move to another example. The women whom you taught have sent gifts. Our relative clause is whom you taught, and our main clause is simply the women have sent gifts. Again, we can think of this as two sentences combined, or we can extract the relative clause to understand its grammar more easily. The women have sent gifts. You taught the women. You taught them. The women whom you taught have sent gifts. Whom is our relative pronoun, Its antecedent is women. Women is plural and feminine. So whom is also in Latin going to be a plural feminine form. Women is the subject of have sent. In Latin, we're going to need a nominative form. Whom, on the other hand, is the direct object of taught. Whom you taught. You taught them. You taught the women. So we're going to need an accusative form to represent this direct object. And the Latin sentence is feminae quas docuisti dona miserunt. Feminae, the women, quas docuisti, whom you taught, dona miserunt, have sent gifts. Feminae is our nominative subject of miserunt, and quas is our accusative direct object of docuisti. Feminae is nominative plural and feminine. Quas is accusative plural and feminine.